Is going on, guys? It is your boy CryptoMykel here, coming today with a S19j Pro efficiency update, right? So we have been on the quest for efficiency on the S19j Pro. We've ran through running the Bitmain software, stock software, and then going through Brains. Well, we had an issue with our control board, and our control board died, so we were not able to complete running ASIC.to or running Luxor.os, right? So sadly, we were not able to do that due to a control board issue, but that's okay because we had the handy dandy ePIC UMC board, right? So luckily we had this and we didn't have to stay down for any new board or anything like that. Granted, I would love to finish this empty piece of data. So if you do have a J Pro 100 terahash, please, if you're running Luxor or ASIC.to, let me know. That way I can fill in the rest of the gaps here. So we are now using the ePIC board. By far, I really enjoy it. Straightforward. It is extremely easy to use. It is similar to using some of the other firmwares if you've used Brains or anything like that. It gives the kind of feel of tuning like that, but not quite the same, of course. This is a little different. And so you do get to maximize your Bitcoin earnings with the ePIC board. One, mainly, you lose the dev fee. So you no longer have a dev fee on your miner. Now this does work with the S19s. Now this is pretty much all S19s now. So even the J's, the K's, and the XPs. And says here that even the Antminer M30s and M50s with the chip families of the 1950s, the 1960, or the 1968, supposedly this works. I don't have those. Maybe you have those. Test it and try it out, right? I'd be curious to know. It does have optimization for hash rate increasing. It does allow you to undervolt and reduce power consumption. You can pull this thing down pretty stinking low in wattage. In my personal opinion, I'll show you here in a minute. But no dev fee, of course, and the perpetual tuning does help out quite a bit. Now, I do want to say that they do update the firmware, so if you do get this, I would recommend updating the firmware the moment you get it, just to be safe. Mainly also depending upon your version firmware or your version of miner, you would need to update the firmware so that way you can access all the miners, right? So pretty cool. Now, if you do want one of these boards, before we get too far into this, you can pick one up on Altair's site, and using the code CryptoMykel with shipping gets it to your door for $155. That's about the cheapest I have found it anywhere at this current moment. I do get like a little kickback for you ordering with my code, so I greatly appreciate that. Link for it is down below if you would like to pick one up, and you do get a increased discount the more you buy, of course, so be sure to look into that. Now, when you go into installing one of these, this is your normal layout of your board whenever you pull an S19j Pro apart. This does say ePIC, but disregard that for 1 second. And this is how the layout looks. Fans, and then your plugs look just like this. J1, J2, J3, and J4 are the plugs and their names. So do not plug it into J1. J1 gets you nowhere when using this. Well, I mean, it gets you 2 hashing boards. It does not see this board. So you need to move this plug over to J2 in order to see all 3 hashing boards. So, like, be wary of that, right? And I've heard some reports of, right, I love this part right here. I hope it works. I have heard some reports of some S19K Pros having to change their fans because the plug is a 4-pin, like a 2/2 instead of the PWM fans. So make sure you're aware of that. I've heard mixed reviews that some people have had to change their fans and some people haven't. So I wonder if there's different control boards. I'm sure there are. They do it on all of the miners, so it wouldn't surprise me if there's different control boards for the K Pros. But anyway, let's dig into this efficiency. So guys, for stock hash rate by default, we were right here at 102 terahashes for a software wattage of 3052 watts. Now, their software wattage is a little off, just like the rest of them. You know, even brains and software watts for stock were a little off as well. So stock was actually off the opposite direction. Usually, even in brains, it was higher in software and lower on the meter. But for stock, we were getting 2823 watts at the meter. We were pulling, of course, 102 terahashes, and that was getting us an efficiency of 27.6 joules per terahash for the S19j Pro 100 terahash model on the ePIC UMC. Now, I was able to set it to 104 terahashes, which I really liked, but it started getting a little warm here again, you know, because it can never make up its mind if it's going to get cold or hot. And we were able to pull 104 terahashes for just around 3,000 watts, which I do find pretty cool. And that gets us efficiency of 28.8 joules per terahash. Now, when it got like super cold here, I saw this down into the lowest of like 27 to 28 watts. So 100 watts. So that's pretty cool. Now, of course, coming up to stock against the stock of Brains OS gave us an efficiency of 27.66 joules per terahash. Now, stock efficiency of the ePIC was the exact same, but it came at a cost of less wattage. So that is a win, right? I mean, I think so. And all of these kind of sit out here. There's something that's called chip tune, which we'll go over here in the dashboard in 1 second, and that lets you tune by the chip. Now, I had success with this and some non-successes with this due to it being warmer and having chips like drop off. So I stopped using chip tune, stayed on power tune, and I've had 0 issues since then. But the blue ones are the chip tunes. Now, we were able to go as far down as 65 terahashes, and that would give us a software wattage of 1756, so 1756 watts. But at the meter, we were pulling 1525 watts, which is pretty freaking crazy, and that's getting us down to an efficiency of 23.4 joules per terahash. That is out freaking standing. The best efficiency we were able to achieve was at 70 terahashes, and we were getting 70.3 terahashes at a metered wattage of 1623 watts, which was giving us 23.1 joules per terahash. Pretty out freaking standing. Granted, at 65 terahashes, we were able to achieve a better watt joules per terahash on the brains, and that is mainly the reasoning because it was colder when we were doing these testings. And what I have noticed is my fans are at 100%. If you change it to manual, you're likely that in the colder times your fans are going to ramp down a little bit, which is what I'm going to end up trying on mine currently. So here is the ePIC dashboard. As you can see, I am running 99.56 joules per terahash. I stay pretty consistent at that setting. I have it tuned for 100 terahashes. As you can see, we're pulling more wattage because it's warmer and the fans are at 100%. All right. So as you can see, it says perpetual tune. This is how you know you are running on hash rate tuning. If you would like to change that, you go over into your settings. Of course, this is where you set up your miner. Go in here into performance, actually perpetual tune. And this is where you see voltage optimization. So this is where you change your setting for voltage. And this is where you take it to chip tune. Right here is what I have not set, as I have it set to manual fan at 100%. So when I change this to auto fan, it'll automatically change the fan speed depending upon the temperature outside. Target temperature looks like target shutdown is 85 degrees, so we don't ever really get up that high. I think we're sitting around, what, 77? 75 is the highest temp right now. But yeah, so if you want to change your tune, you just have to go over here and change your slider. You can go all the way down to 60 terahashes. Make sure you click apply. All right, and then you can have it setting in the tune. So currently I'm sitting at 100 terahashes. Let's give it a chance and let's ramp down some wattage, and let's give, so you just change your airworks from 95. We'll just decrease it by 5. We'll change it to the 95. As you can see here, we can just click apply. Perpetual tuning algorithm has changed, and now we can go over into performance, or we'll just go straight to the dashboard. So it is currently adjusting the clock voltage optimizations. It is already setting down to 95, and it'll ramp down just a little bit and be done with it, right? So it's pretty straightforward, extremely simple. Now remember, if you want one of these, you can go check out Altair tech.io with the code CryptoMykel. You can save yourself 5% and, you know, get it for $155 shipped to your door, depending if you have taxes or not. I don't know where you live, so everywhere's a little different. But yeah, guys, so on the quest for efficiency, it seems like so far the ePIC UMC board is king in my book. There are some, of course, maybe you get better a little bit on a lower setting on like brains, but you do get no dev fee, so that's also a bonus, right? The no dev fee is a pretty good bonus in my personal opinion. So especially me, I'm mining to unminable, and their pool fee is only 0.75%. So that's the only fee that I pay when I'm mining the Bizity Bitcoin. I like that. I find that outrageous standing. That means less hands in the cookie jar for me, and that means I get to eat more cookies. So if you guys like this video, please make sure you like and subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. And make sure you hit the bell notification down below, so that way you know anytime that I go live or post videos here on the channel. I'd greatly appreciate it. You all are outrageous standing. We'll catch you on the flip side. Much love. Peace out. And of course, stay savage. Yo.